For the past several years, Disney has been getting absolutely destroyed when it comes to animation, when it comes to family-friendly animated films, what used to be their bread and butter, what they used to dominate for years and for decades. They're getting crushed in. A large reason for that is because Disney's no longer viewed as family-friendly, to be quite honest with you. But now, for the fourth straight year, they're set to lose the animated crown to Universal, and there's another movie about to come out that's going to be a disaster for them as well. After the failures of Strange World and Lightyear in 2022, Disney said, well, you know, families just don't want to go to the box office. That's the real problem. It's because of COVID. The audience was trained a certain way. They didn't want to admit that it was the fact that it was woke propaganda bullshit that was keeping people away from Disney and from these animated movies. But now with the release of the Super Mario Brothers movie, $1.3 billion at the box office, any excuses they had are thrown completely out the window. But now the next Pixar movie is here. Now the next Disney flop is here, Elemental. And what some people had hopes for, a return to box office glory for Elemental, it looks like it's going to be anything but that. The first numbers we started hearing was a $40 million opening weekend for Elemental. That was a few weeks ago. That would have been one of the worst starts in Pixar history. Of the 23 movies they've released, only 2 of them have had less than that. Oh, thank you, The Wrap. I've reached my monthly article limit. Congratulations. I'm good. We'll move on to right here because we now have just a little bit, just a day before the release of this movie, we have new numbers, and it's getting even worse for Disney. Elemental aims for $35 million in underwhelming box office battle. We've talked about The Flash and how that's not looking great in terms of projections either, but Elemental is a nightmare right now for Disney. Take a look at this. In regards to Elemental, the family-friendly film is bracing for disaster. This is the mainstream media admitting that, yes, Disney's looking at another box office flop. Those projected ticket sales are rivaling 2015's The Good Dinosaur, $39 million, and 2020's Onward, $39 million, as the worst starts in Pixar's modern history. The animation empire has been struggling since the pandemic, when several of its titles were sent directly to Disney Plus and possibly trained family audiences to watch its movies at home. No, that's not the fucking case. Look at the successes of these other things that are coming out. Minions Rise of Gru, right? That came out last year. That made almost $1 billion. Now Mario this year makes $1.3 billion. Families aren't being trained to stay at home. They're not being trained to not go to the theaters. That's fucking cope. That's bullshit. Those are lies that the media has been trying to help Disney spin to not deal with the fact that they are failing right now in nearly every single aspect. Box office, streaming, theme parks, they're hurting right now too. In the fact that this new Pixar movie, Elemental, is set to completely bomb for them, another $200 million budget movie. $200 million for Elemental compared to doing things like Super Mario Brothers for $100 million. Across the Spider-Verse, the budget for that's around $100 million, something like that too. So those are movies that are making massive returns at the box office, whereas these big budget Disney ones like Lightyear, like Strange World, and now like Elemental, they struggle at the box office and end up losing sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars for woke Disney. They were hoping this would be a return to box office glory. They were hoping they could take advantage of that summer box office. And right now, it looks like another nightmare is in store for Disney when it comes to Elemental. Another failure on the horizon. This is what happens when your family-friendly message, when your family-friendly company is no longer trusted as being family-friendly. When you have executives in leaked Zoom calls talking about indoctrinating children and the not-so-secret gay agenda. When you as a company decide to fight with the state of Florida for the right for teachers to sexualize kindergartners, that starts to turn off families. Families start looking other places for their entertainment. That's exactly what's happened to Disney, and they have yet another flop on their hands. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.